The April election is about 2 weeks away, and 2 constitutional amendments will be on that ballot.
Early in-person absentee voting begins tomorrow and is offered through March 31st. One proposed amendment asks voters to decide whether to ban private grant money from being used to administer state elections. Another question will ask voters to consider a change, allowing only election officials designated by law to administer elections. If the measures are approved by a majority of voters, they will be enshrined in the state's constitution. The spring election is set for April 2nd.